Well, hi guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. So today I thought it would be really fun to go over my limited edition Disney makeup. I do have some items missing, and I'll just tell you other items that I do have, or maybe insert a picture or something. I do have it, I just for some reason can't find it. I don't know where it's at, but hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you do like it, please give it a thumbs up, and of course please join the Panda fam. I really would hope that you subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate the support, and thank you so much if you're a returning subscriber. So let's get into Disney limited edition makeup. So let's talk about what I actually reviewed. I just realized, like, I did the Disney Minnie Mouse palette, and this is what triggered this video, because I was like, you know, I didn't actually do a look with it. So on my eyes today is the actual Minnie Mouse palette. Is the most newest to my collection. I just got this palette, so I really like it. It's pretty good. It really gives you a classic look. So it's really made, I think, for an everyday palette. But if you are obsessed with Minnie Mouse, I think this is a really good palette to add to your collection. The other one I have is Mickey Mouse. So this is the Mickey Mouse palette. It came in, this is his outside packaging. So it came with dose of colors, and it was like the mouse house here. On the back of it is his face instead of the bows. Is the front of that palette. So cute, right? He's winking. This is the inside, very similar to the Minnie Mouse one. It's just a little bit more, I want to say, a more date night look, a little bit more on this one. And this one seems like it's more daytime. I don't know, just but it's more muted. It's not as bright, but you get some really pretty looks with this. Again, it's a great everyday palette if you just love Mickey Mouse. This is actually what I have on my lips today. I have the orange like lipstick from this collection. This is from the Sephora Collection. This collection, I got a few things. I have this makeup palette. This makeup palette is not the best. It made me realize I do not like Sephora shades, but it comes like this, and this actually comes out if you want to pull it out, and then you could just use this as a club. And it's pretty heavy. It's like a really heavy case. This is the back, and that's the front, and it has Minnie Mouse. I couldn't find it, but there was a mirror that turned into her bow. So it was her bow, and then you closed it, or you opened it, it looks like her bow as the mirror. I have that around here somewhere, but I just cannot. Go into Snow White. Snow White was from Besame. I was able to pull a lot of things from this one. I think the only thing I'm missing from this collection is the mirror. It's a hand mirror. I'll probably pop it up here. It's really dope. I don't know where I put that. I know it's around here somewhere. I remember using it. I used it a lot. So I just couldn't remember where I put it. The other one here is this beautiful bag. It's a makeup bag, and it's stitched embroidery, I guess is what that's called. Like, this is all stitched in, and then on the outside it has little apples on the makeup bag, and then you open it up, and it's gold and red inside, just like her. So it's really, really pretty. I really enjoy this. Do I use this one too often? No. I usually kind of keep this one on display for the most part, but it is very pretty. I use the mirror a little bit more. The other thing that came with that collection is the smaller palettes. So I'll go through one over the other. I have two of the smaller palettes. So this one's called Wishing Palette from Snow White, and this is the inside. So you open it up, and it has her coming around from the corner, and then it has like the blue and gold, and then it has kind of like the to celebrate the kind of wine, kind of like the back of a Disney doll. And that's that. And then you open it out, and then the back of this one, all the shades are in apples. Pretty cute, right? So let's open this one up so you can see the inside of it. So this is the actual palette itself. It's kind of like a hard plastic. The back is like blue. Sorry for all the fingerprints. I do use these palette stuff. And this is the front of her peeking from the counter. The artwork on this one is absolutely gorgeous. You open this one up. The mirror says "Make a Wish," and then it's gold. I'll probably not try to blind you guys with this one too much, but it's gold, and it basically runs blue. So this is the color story of this one is a more blue color story, so it kind of matches the outside. It's really, really pretty. Definitely a great palette to go blue. The one here is the Keep Singing. So it's very similar. You open it up and it has her singing, and same thing, it has like the description of the why behind the collection, and then you have like the flowers and gold, and this is the actual palette, but it has a little window in here so you can see that. And on the back it has the colors in apples with gold trim. Let me open this one up. All right, so this one is how this one looks, is her singing, and it has a more orange background. And then this is the back. And then as far as, I'm gonna go back because I noticed that the glass kind of goes. You open it up and it says with a smile in a song up here. You probably can't see that, but that's what that one kind of says. I just don't want to blind you guys. But it has the bird and the bunny from the movie. And then this one, it looks like it runs more blue, but it has like the, you know, the apple, the yellow, some blue. So it is a little bit of a different color story than this one. Let me open up the other one. So this one's a more, I guess, pastel type of color scheme, and this one is more like a forest, like a red type of color scheme. But it's really pretty. Definitely love that they're in my collection, and they're very fun. You know, again, like sometimes it's all about just, it's nice to have palettes and stuff where you actually have your favorite character. So if you're in the mood, you just have the whole theme. All right, let me show you the big one. So the big one is the book. So this is how it comes. So, and it has, again, all the colors in the apple forms. So you open it up and it opens up like the book. It's a little dirty there. But this is what that looks like. It shimmers in the gold. All of this is raised, so this is all raised up, and this is like the ribbon, like the book. The side here is all golds throughout. And then you open it up, you have the mirror from the witch, right? What it does is it has a little fold to show you what colors and how they use the makeup to make her look pretty dope, right? And then that's her with a blank face with no definition to it, and this is her with all like the makeup added, right? And then the next one kind of talks about like the why behind the palette and the inspiration behind the cartoon. And then you actually have what each shade was used for in the actual cartoon movie, and then these are all the shades, right? So those are all the shades. Very pretty to work with. And then of course you have your ribbon that you can put in just like the book, and you shut it down. Pretty dope, right? Again, I know they have journals that look just like this. So if you like to write, you got the journal. I like to do makeup, so I got the makeup one. I hope they do this with more. It seems like with the books, Besame does these the most. So I hope they kind of do one for each of the princesses. I would love that. All right, so let's go into Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty, I don't have her sleeve. I couldn't find the sleeve that the book came in. I don't know what I did with that one, but this is the book for Sleeping Beauty. Absolutely gorgeous with the gems all around hers. And again, it has the gold to look like the book. You open this one up. This one has two things. So it has the mirror, has Aurora, again with the sleeve, with how her makeup is done, so you can kind of see how the lipstick and the eyeliner and everything comes off when you do it, right? So the same thing, so you can kind of replicate the makeup look if you want to do that exact same look. The colors that they use for her artwork for the Disney cartoon is the exact same that's in here. Then the next one you have is Maleficent. Now Maleficent doesn't have the screen like this one does, but it does the same thing to let you know what color eyeshadow and everything is. And again, it tells you the inspiration of the book. And then these are the colors. So these colors are mixed between Aurora and Maleficent. So they're all in here. So it's a more brighter palette. It is really pretty. It's a good spring palette. So I'm gonna have to start using it, you know, now. I also have this necklace that is the book. I did get that from her collection as well. And let's see. The back of it has Aurora. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then this is the front. And then you open it up and it has like a little lip chap inside of that. And obviously when you use that up, you can clean it and you could just have a little locket. The Sleeping Beauty one. I don't think I'm missing anything. I didn't get the, I know she had a blush palette and she had a mirror as well, but I didn't get all that stuff. Next up we have Peter Pan. So Peter Pan, still in Besame family. I got a couple things. One, these are the mermaids. This one came in this little box. This was the box that this came in. Really pretty box. And then this was the actual perfume bottle. You open it up, I think like that. She's sitting on it. It smells, I use it sometimes. Not a huge fan of the scent. I think I got this when it was on sale, but it's absolutely adorable on my vanity. So that is the Peter Pan actual palette that looks like water. It looks more like a Little Mermaid palette, right? And that's what the inside looks like. So you lift up the flap and this is the scene. So that's Peter Pan talking to the mermaids, right? And it has the colors there. And then this is actually a mermaid from the palette. It's just a little window similar to the one I showed you guys earlier. The back has all the colors instead and she shells. And you open up this one and this is what the palette looks like. It's pink with the green. And then it's gold with blue. Sorry for the fingerprints. I should have wiped. But hopefully you guys can tell I actually used the stuff. And then you have the mermaids on the mirror. And then these are the colors. So pretty. So pretty. So it does give you a green, you know, and these colors are absolutely gorgeous. I love every single one of them. So this is definitely a great one. It's actually a different makeup. This is, a lot of people don't know about this one, but this was a Princess Jasmine collection that came from, I think the brand was called Luxie. Yep, Luxie. So I got 2 pieces with that, and this is, ain't this gorgeous? I know this is gorgeous, right? Powder brush. So it came like this. This is pretty much the set. And let me show you guys the inside so you can see the brushes. So you open it up like this. Then it says Disney Jasmine on there, and this is gorgeous purple. And you open it up, and then it had, this is the brush, and then it has Princess Jasmine. It has like a message in the inside. So the handle itself is like like her palace. I think that's what the image was going for, and then it has a little note inside. This big one was the big brush set. I'm missing one of the brushes. I think one may have broke. This one didn't hold up very well. So when you open up this one, again, the packaging is great. It has Princess Jasmine on there. I believe the mirror broke, right? Yeah. So you supposed to have opened it up and it was this mirror. This came out. So this is supposed to be part of the thing. This is a full mirror. And this is what that looks like. And then the inside, so I just got to glue it back if I really wanted to keep it on there. And these were the little makeup brushes that were inside of it. So I'm missing one, but this whole thing is kind of like falling apart. It did not hold up well as far as for a collector. It was very heavy, but I think for the most part, if I wanted to keep all this, I would just need to re-glue all of it. But the packaging itself is absolutely rock. I have it in here, so let me see if I can. This is still a rock set, so let me show you what this looks like. So they came with, let's see if I can show you some of the lip glosses here. So they came with lip glosses, and the lip glosses came in the rose that she typically has. And then the lipsticks weren't the best, but they were adorable. They're not holding up very well. I'm probably going to have to get rid of these pretty soon because they're pretty old actually, but they were absolutely pretty. It had the color, it had the rose. You look up, it's just that the component that this came in was very cheap, so it pops off very quickly, even though it's really cute because it was like a rose through it. But yeah, it's not holding up very well. So palette was this Chic Palette, and it had the rose on there, and it says Beauty and the Beast. And then what was so cute about this palette, the whole palette was in the So gold, it's so gold and shiny. So this one may be a little harder to see because it's Belle's. You know, Belle is all about gold. She's bossy. Even my dolls, she's all full of gold. On the palette itself, it had like this little sleeve that made each highlight look like roses. You took it off. See, this is the piece, and these were the shades. This was a fantastic blush and highlighter palette. It still works really good. And then in the mirror it says she was fearless, and it has like a little feather on there. Really, really pretty palette. Definitely was a great buy. This was actually probably one of the palettes that made me really like Lorac for a while. Then we had the star of the show, which was the palette. She again has a very book form palette. This is the cover. It's like with the rose, and then it had the colors on the back. And I love, every time I use this palette, I get some really pretty looks. But this is the actual palette itself. It says a tale as old as time. If you guys can see that again, it's very gold. It's a very gold blue, gold red type of palette. And that's the back. It has Beauty and the Beast. And then you open it up like this. And then these has the mirror. And then these, it had a, I don't know where the brush is, but it did have a brush. And then these were all of these shades. So if you really did like Lorac's formula, it was a really good formula, but it's really pretty. It gives you very soft and pretty looks. Very, very much enjoy using this one as well. If you want a really pretty princessy look, you would get this one from that one. All right, going into more of the Lorac family. We're gonna take a minute off of princesses for a second. Again, these are Disney palettes. So this was from Lorac, the Pirates of the Caribbean palette, right? This was from the Dead Man No Tells, right? Dead Man Tell No Tells, that's what it was. That is the shades in the back, and it had this really cool skull. You open this one up, and it looked like a compass. That was the palette of this one. You opened it up, and then basically these were these shades. So it kind of had a little bit of the mermaid feel to it, but it was really pretty. So separately was this little trap door, and you got the palette if you want to buy that separately. This was the palette, and it looked like the stars. I lost the sleeve. Oh no, I do still have it. Okay, so this is the sleeve. It had different moons, and you put it on there, and it kind of has the shade of the moons on each one of the highlighter palettes. I thought I didn't have this one anymore. And these were those shades. It was really nice. Don't use this one too much, I think, because it is inside of this palette, and I don't know, I just don't use this one too much. So probably out of my palettes, I don't use this one as much as I used to when I first got it, but it's still a pretty palette. Still cool. The next one from Disney is from Urban Decay. This was Alice Through the Looking Glass. So it's a whole psychedelic look to it, and that's the back with all the shades. I use this all the time when it first came out. I haven't used it too much now, but it is absolutely gorgeous. So you open it up. Look, the palette's already fallen out. You open it up, and that was the mirror, and then it had this adorable door that you open up, and then it was a butterfly, and that is how the butterfly looked when it came out. And I just loved this. It is just so pretty, right? Was Keep Falling Out is the actual palette, so it had this whole crazy look to it. Beautiful palette, beautiful color story, and it had a brush too that said, and I think the brush matched this. It's around somewhere, but it was this is palette I use a heck of a lot. Don't use it too much as like I used to, but it was a very pretty palette. All right, let's go back into the princesses. So I think I'm going to end it with ColourPop. So you guys know ColourPop has been pretty much doing Disney. I'm assuming they must have the contract. So if you saw, we had some stuff from Sephora, we had some stuff from Besame, we had some stuff from Lorac, we had some stuff from Urban Decay. So I think it's now ColourPop's turn to do some of the princesses. So I'm gonna do them in actual order. I think I have them in order. So the first one, I didn't get this one as a PR kit, but this was the Princess Collection, and this one went with the designer. This was the designer one where I think they all were dressed up in their year. So with this one, you got each lipstick basically had the signature of the princesses. That was kind of like pretty much the whole package theme. I think the PR kit had like them, it was like a pop-up of all of them in there. These were the lip glosses. They were cute. They were called Bibbidi Boppity Boo. And then they came with like two highlighters that had the I think this is the Cinderella castle that's in the front. And then of course this is the palette. I've used this palette in a couple of videos when I did the dolls, but it had this gold all around it. And then you open this one up, and this was the pop-up. So this is what all the princesses look like if you got this collection. And it basically had each one on there. And then this is the back. I think the palette is still available on ColourPop. I think the ColourPop stuff I think is all still available if you wanted it. All the other ones were the limited edition. I don't think they're available anymore that I showed, but I think all these ColourPop ones are still there. So this is the color story for this one. Beautiful. And then it has all the princesses' so-called signatures on this. Collection had a lot of stuff. So this was the villains collection. You guys can see majority of it. I absolutely loved all of the highlighters. Came with a different villain on each one. These may be still available. And you had each one, and then each one had a signature lipstick as well. Just want to show you this. This is what is it from Hercules villain, and I think the other one here is the witch Maleficent. All right, and they all came with these like cool lip glosses, and then you got these. The lipsticks really didn't show each villain like really, but it kind of had a component like this. That was the component for each one of them. And then of course the main event was the actual palette. It was called the Misunderstood. I believe that's what the whole collection was considered, was the Misunderstood. And this was the inside of that palette. And then this was the thing. So this one's really nice. I've used this in a couple of videos as well. And I keep just all of this. And now they also came with these like little glitters, body glitters as well. Midnight Masquerade. I just recently got that one. I did a full video on this one, so you guys probably have seen this. It came with all of the different lippies. Again, same thing, kind of like with the villains, where each one is in their pretty masquerade outfit, and that was the different palette. And then you had the main palette here, which I showed, but I'll just open it up. It's really pretty. And you had them all at the ball, and that is the palette. So really pretty. Love this collection. I just started really using it. I just actually got this one because it was finally on sale. Was the Frozen collections from ColourPop. So you had this gorgeous artwork. And then it had the back, and it was kind of like a little book. And it had the snowflake. This was Elsa's. And it had like the lip gloss, a lipstick. This is the palette. And then it had a little glitter, body glitter here. So that was Elsa's little book. Really cute. So love this one. And then we have Anna's book. Hers is like a purple. Really pretty. And you open her up. Oh, here's the front, that's the back. Oh, and then each one of them had the name. So hers is Anna, and of course Elsa has her name on hers. And then you open this one up, okay, and hers is kind of like the leaf, I believe. And she has a lip gloss, a lipstick, and then this was her palette. So that is it, guys. I hopefully enjoyed checking out my collection, and I really love sharing it with you guys. Again, if you love the video, give it a thumbs up. Hopefully you're having a great day, and stay safe. See you guys on the next video. Bye.